I'm not as down on the Bruins as a lot of people are. I'm not as down on Sweeney as a lot of people are. I think he's okay. Which I didn't say great, but I think he's okay. My biggest beef is the hanging on to guys and not making harder decisions on your own roster, which maybe's about to change a little bit because it feels like Jake DeBrusk is on the way out. Which, I think in the past or at other times, they might have kept that guy. And they're not going to. Because let me ask you, isn't Jake DeBrusk like the quintessential good but not good enough Bruin?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I think he's the poster boy for that. And he's been a bit of a pain in the ass, too. So, adios. I'm ready to move on from Jake DeBrusk.
I mean, he's just the kind of guy that gives you a high floor, right? He's going to help you win regular season games. He's going to help you make the playoffs. But there's nothing really special there. There's nothing really... even and most importantly, I would say, from a competitive standpoint, right? That he's tough in the playoffs, or he's big along the boards, or he'll grind you down, or so like it's not even the hot and cold production, which most players go through. He doesn't bring that other thing. And so, okay, they're going to walk away from DeBrusk. I take that as a good sign. They're going to go after Brady Shea. I like Brady Shea. Liked him in Carolina. He's part of that group in Carolina that gave you such trouble. I like him. I like that player. Bigger left shot defenseman. Kills penalties, can do a lot of things. I like him. Okay, but you're going to have Brady Shea at, again, the projected here is 7 years at $52 million. And again, my math is just so bad, but between $7 and $8 million a year. Lindholm makes $6. Lawry, we all sort of like Lawry, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a pretty good 1-2-3 on the left side. But is Hampus Lindholm worth it at that point? So, to me, it's as much about, are you willing to move on from Lindholm? Would you consider a big hockey trade with someone like McAvoy? I highly, highly doubt it. They started with the goalie, but, not really. Not enough. They just sort of swapped one guy for the next and only saved themselves a couple $1,000,000. So I'm as interested, I'll just say this again, on what's on the way out as what's on the way in.
Mike, I think you're so spot on about this. The 7 longest tenured Bruins? I'll give them to you. Marchand, Pasternak, DeBrusk, Coyle, McAvoy, Grzelcyk, and I'm missing somebody. That's off the top of my head. But like that group right there. Carlo. Yeah, Marchand, Pasternak, DeBrusk, Carlo, McAvoy, Grzelcyk, Coyle. That's a good group, right? But it's not a great group.
Good, not great.
And they have been unwilling to move on from guys in that group, and I couldn't agree more. DeBrusk is the poster child of that. Ty Anderson called him the devil we know. It's time to start to get to know the devil we don't know.
Okay, so I'm like, here's one that I would lose my mind over. Fluto, again, from the same story. The Bruins' $23 million action plan for the offseason. He said, Sweeney met on Wednesday with Alain Roy, or Roy, I don't know how he pronounces his last name, Danton Heinen's agent. The Bruins would like to re-sign the versatile wing. Heinen played for the $775,000 league minimum last season. So he made $775,000 the league minimum. Fluto says no such bargain is coming for the Bruins again. If the Bruins extend Heinen, Sweeney will still have enough left if he wants to do a fellow, okay, da-da-da. And then he talks about maybe Jeff Skinner is about to get bought out in Buffalo. He was talking about taking Jeff Skinner off of the Sabres' hands. No, thank you. But isn't Danton Heinen the exact guy we're talking about?
Yes.
Versatile, functional, can play up and down your lineup, get you into the playoffs, helps you win regular season games. But does he change the final analysis of this team?
No.
Why would they? He is a minimum guy for a reason. If he wants to make more than minimum, let someone else pay him more than minimum, and then you bring in the next guy. Why would you pay him anything more than the league minimum to patch a hole? Why would you do that? So I look at that and I go, what? Why? You only have so much room. Any dime you spend on Heinen over the league minimum is wasted on someone else, and you should be able to find another guy like that, at least in the same bucket as Danton Heinen. So you're going to bring him back and he's not going to be a bargain? The only reason he should be here is because he's a bargain.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, this speaks to, again, I think what Ty Anderson said about someone like Jake DeBrusk, and it's that it speaks to, is like, if something I would knock Sweeney for is that I think he has comfort in the guys that he knows. And so he is comfortable bringing someone like that back at a number that you're like, what?
Okay, back to your phones. Here's Sam in the car on the Bees. Hi, Sam.
Hey guys, great show. But the three I would get rid of in a heartbeat is DeBrusk, Lindholm, and Grzelcyk. And I do have to say, in Grizzlick's defense, he's got more balls than the other two put together, but he's too small, not enough skill, way too many mistakes. I'd send all three packing.
Okay. I think two of the three are gone. I mean, Grizzlick's up too, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, they're not bringing him back.
Yeah, no, that's that.
That's obvious.
Keep bringing him back just to bench him in the playoffs? Like, how stupid was that? Like, that's another perfect guy I was talking about, who is, in the regular season, he and McAvoy, a tremendous pair. Look at their stats, their metrics, all this stuff. The hockey nerds pleasure themselves over McAvoy, Grzelcyk. Yeah, exactly. Right, all that crap. And then they get in the postseason, and Matt Grzelcyk's playing with giants, and they have to bench him. And it's like every year, so why do you keep bringing back the guy that you got to bench in the playoffs? And so I think they're going to move on from that. They're going to move on from DeBrusk. Lindholm, I'm curious about. If Shea's in, what does that mean for Hampus Lindholm?
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Bruins analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.